You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 2nd of June. Paraguay's President Pena begins historic 3-day state visit, holds talks with PM Modi. Russia officially accepts Taliban nominated ambassador to Moscow. Nepal's Rato Machhindranath Jatra ends with sacred Bhoto display. And now for all the details. On Monday, the President of Paraguay, Santiago Pena arrived in New Delhi for a 3-day state visit to India. This is the first visit by President Pena and only the second by a Paraguayan president since the two countries established diplomatic relations. The visiting leader held high-level talks with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday and is scheduled to hold further engagements with industry leaders and other political leaders. We have a report.
President of Paraguay, Santiago Peña, on Monday arrived in New Delhi for a 3-day state visit to India. The visit, which the only second by a Paraguayan president, comes on the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He held delegation-level talks with Indian Prime Minister and discussed enhancing cooperation in the fields on agriculture, pharma, technology, renewable energy, health, critical minerals, railways and people-to-people contacts. In a show of solidarity, President Peña also condemned the recent terrorist attack in Pahalgam and expressed solidarity with the Indian people.
मेरा विश्वास है कि आपसी सहयोग से हम साझी समृद्धि का मार्ग प्रशस्त करेंगे। एक्सेलेंसी, हमारे पास आर्थिक सहयोग सहित डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी, क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स, ऊर्जा, कृषि, स्वास्थ्य, डिफेंस, रेलवे तथा स्पेस जैसे क्षेत्रों में सहयोग के नए अवसर हैं।
Earlier in the day, President Peña paid homage to Indian freedom fighter Mahatma Gandhi at Ragat. The Paraguayan president, who is accompanied by a high-level delegation comprising ministers, senior officials, and business representatives, is further scheduled to visit Mumbai, interacting with representatives from industries, startups, along with political leadership. Concluding his visit, he will depart from Mumbai in the evening of June 4th.
As India intensifies its diplomatic outreach following Operation Sindoor, parliamentarian Ghulam Ali Khatana, a member of the all-party delegation in London, sharply criticized Pakistan for its role in supporting terrorism. Speaking in London, Khatana accused Pakistan of begging one side and spreading terrorism on the other, highlighting its duplicity. Echoing this sentiment, BJP MP Samik Bhattacharya emphasized that India does not approach the world with a begging bowl, but is instead raising global awareness about the threat of terrorism. He warned that the challenges India faces from terrorism could soon affect other nations if not addressed collectively. Bhattacharya further asserted that India is capable of decisively countering terrorism without requiring external mediation. The all-party delegation led by BJP MP Ravi Shankar Prasad arrived in London on Saturday after engaging with leaders in France, Italy and Denmark as part of India's global outreach program to underscore its unwavering stance against terrorism. This initiative follows Operation Sindoor, a military operation launched on May 7, 2025 in response to the April 22, 2025 Pahalgam terror attack that claimed 26 lives. The operation targeted 9 terrorist hideouts in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, demonstrating India's zero-tolerance policy toward cross-border terrorism. In a copycat move, Pakistan has also dispatched its own delegation to the United States to gain support for its narrative.
We have lost more than 40,000 innocent people of Kashmir for the last 3 decades. They are killing us. Everybody they are killing. They are killing Muslims. They are killing Hindus. They're killing Sikhs, they're killing innocent, they're killing laborers.
Days after UAE accepted the credentials of Abdul Rahman Fida as the new Council General of Taliban-ruled Afghanistan, Moscow has followed suit, accepted the Taliban's nomination of an ambassador to Russia. The development was confirmed by the Taliban's foreign ministry on Sunday. In April this year, Russia, which designated Taliban a terrorist organization for over 2 decades, lifted its ban on the Taliban, making a way for both countries to improve relations. China in 2023 became the first country to accept a diplomat at ambassador level from the Taliban, and several countries have since followed. Earlier on Friday, Pakistan has also announced an upgrade in diplomatic ties with Kabul, designating an ambassador for its diplomatic mission in Afghanistan. As of now, both Pakistan and Afghanistan's top envoy is chargé d'affaires, which is a lower-level official than ambassador. No country so far has formally recognized the Taliban-ruled government after it overtook Afghanistan in 2021. Diplomats and experts have, however, said presenting ambassadorial credentials to a foreign head of state signals a step towards recognition. Moving on, amid claims of a rise in extremism in the country, Bangladesh Supreme Court this past weekend ordered the registration of the hardline Islamist political party JamaateIslami, clearing its way to contest elections. According to media reports, the appellate division, led by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed, directed the Election Commission to restore the party's registration 12 years after the Supreme Court, in a 2013 judgment, cancelled it, deeming the Islamist party unfit for national elections. The Election Commission scrapped the party's registration in 2018, and the Sheikh Hasina administration imposed a total ban days before her ouster in August 2024. However, the interim government, led by Muhammad Yunus, reversed the ban, with the party, which opposed Bangladesh independence, appealing the 2013 judgment. While the hardline Islamist party has been unbanned in Bangladesh, the Yunus administration has disbanded the Sheikh Hasina-led Awami League. In its latest effort to erase the Awami League's legacy, the Yunus administration issued new currency notes on Sunday, replacing the portrait of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Bangladesh founding father, known as Bangabandhu, with images of temples, landscapes and historical sites across 9 denominations. Earlier, the interim government had also revised the school textbooks, omitting references to Mujib's role in Bangladesh history. Mujib's official residence, where he was assassinated with almost his entire family, which was converted into museum by Sheikh Hasina, was also vandalized by protesters earlier in February 2025. Known as Bangabandhu, Mujib is a pivotal figure in Bangladesh history, having led the country's independence movement from Pakistan. However, within 4 years of independence, he and his family were assassinated by rogue army officers. And after days of strained diplomatic ties, media reports suggest that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is likely to visit the Maldives in July for the archipelago nation's Independence Day. According to a report by the Indian daily Times of India, Maldivian President Mohammad Muizzu extended the invitation through Foreign Minister Abdullah Khalil during an official visit to India last week. If accepted, this would mark Prime Minister Modi's 3rd visit to the island nation and his first under the current administration. His previous 2 visits occurred during the tenure of then President Ibrahim Mohammad Soli, who enjoyed friendly relations with India. Prime Minister Modi travelled to Malé for Soli's inauguration in 2018 and revisited in 2019 when he was conferred the Order of Izzuddin, the highest civilian honour for a foreign national. However, relations between Malé and New Delhi soared after the election of pro-China leader Mohammad Muizzu, who campaigned on an India-out policy to remove Indian troops from the island nation. Relations further deteriorated after members of the Muizzu administration made derogatory remarks against the Indian Prime Minister. Recently, however, frequent high-level visits and bilateral engagements including a state visit by President Muizu in October 2024, have improved ties. In Nepal's Kathmandu Valley, thousands gathered to celebrate the Rato Machhindranath Jatra, a months-long festival that ended with a sacred ritual, the display of an unclaimed jewel-studded Bhoto, awaiting its rightful owner for centuries. Take a look.
Nepal's ancient Rato Machhindranath Jatra, one of the longest chariot processions in the Kathmandu Valley, concluded on Sunday with the ceremonial display of the jewel-studded Bhoto at Jawalakhel in Lalitpur. The vibrant festival, dedicated to the Kathmandu Valley's red god Machhindranath, drew thousands to witness the centuries-old tradition of presenting the unclaimed Bhoto, awaiting its rightful owner. Lasting 1 to 4 months, the Rato Machhindranath Jatra involves pulling a towering wooden chariot with a 60-foot bamboo spire through Lalitpur's streets. The festival culminates in the Bhoto Jatra, where the sacred vest, encrusted with pearls and jewels, is displayed in the presence of head of state. Stored in a cloth pouch throughout the year, it is unveiled on an auspicious date set by priests, symbolizing its safekeeping and inviting its owner to claim it with proof. Legend traces the Bhoto's origins back 1,300 years. A farmer, mistaken for a physician by Serpent King Karkotak, cured the Queen's eye ailment with an herbal paste inspired by Machhindranath. In gratitude, Karkotak gifted him the vest. A ghost later stole it, sparking a dispute at the festival. Unable to resolve it, mediators entrusted the vest to Machhindranath, beginning the annual display tradition with no claimant yet emerging.
थाहा छैन तर यो चाहिँ हाम्रो पहिलेदेखि मनाइरहेको हो यो हाम्रो पुलचोकदेखि यो रातो मचिन्द्रनाथ जात्रा सुरु हुन्छ यो हाम्रो गावलहरू हुँदै पाटन लहनखेलहरू हुँदै लास्ट अन्तिममा चाहिँ रातो मचिन्द्रनाथलाई यहाँ जौलाखेल वडा नम्बर 4 मा ल्याएर.
Another legend ties the festival to rainfall and fertility. Hindu tradition holds that Yogi Gorakhnath, founder of the Nath sect, captured rain-causing serpents in Patan, triggering a prolonged drought. Astrologers advised inviting Machhindranath, Gorakhnath's teacher, to Patan. Upon his arrival, Gorakhnath freed the serpents, bringing rain. Today, the Rato Machhindranath Jatra remains a cornerstone of cultural and spiritual life in Nepal's oldest cities, blending mythology, devotion, and celebration. As devotees await the Bhoto's rightful claimant, the festival unites generations in reverence for the Red God.
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.